I've created over 1,000 UGC videos and work with brands like Vaseline, Pears, and Blue Apron. And one of the most common things that I hear from beginners is, I don't know how to edit, or I don't have time to learn how to edit. The truth is that you don't need to be a professional editor to succeed in UGC. In this video, I'm gonna show you live how to edit a UGC video in just 20 minutes or less. I had zero editing experience when I started, so if I can do it, you can too. Okay, so we are going to be editing a video for a brand called Splash Blanket. This is like a fun video that is made for blankets that are made for getting the bed wet. And so I really wanted to play into some of this fun stuff. So this video is actually gonna be a voiceover with B-roll. So we are gonna edit the voiceover first and then get into the rest of it. So I'm gonna put my little bubble over here for now. The voiceover is in this right here. So I'm going to grab this. I pull it into the little, what is this called? The main layer. And then this little button right here, transcript, I'm gonna hit that. This is going to actually go through the entire video and it's gonna give me some auto cuts. This is not perfect by any means, but what it's gonna do is it's gonna start cutting out pauses, it's gonna start cutting out repeats, it's gonna start cutting out filler words. If you wanna leave the filler words in there so that they are, a little bit more authentic, then you can put them back in, but this is going to give you a good start for the voiceover. So we're gonna go remove this, and then you can see it did all these cuts for me. So let's see what it's looking like so far.
This blanket knows exactly what you're doing tonight. Splash blanket.
So you can see there's still a little bit that needs to be cut out here, so I'm just gonna cut on either side. And
Splash blanket looks like a regular blanket, but it's built for chaos, spills, and whatever else you're getting into. It holds up to a full...
These, I wanna move all the way up to these little voice, like these sound waves, so that there's no pause.
You're getting into. It holds up to a full liter of liquid, like a whole bottle of wine without seeping through. I've used it for snacks on the couch, skincare in bed, and other things that I won't say on camera. No more getting stuck in the wet spot when you spill water in bed. No more getting stuck in the wet spot when you spill water in bed. Cleanup takes 5 seconds, toss it in the wash, dry it, and boom, ready for round 2. Grab a splash blanket today, your sheets will thank you.
So all I did was I went through on every single cut and just made sure to squeeze. You can see these sound waves down at the bottom. So I just like squeeze, and if you need to get closer, you can stretch it out a little bit. Squeeze these little clips so that it butts right up to the sound wave.
Grab a splash blanket today, your sheets will thank you.
There's no like weird pauses that way. So voiceover is already done. We are literally only 3 minutes into this, and I've been explaining everything. So I'm gonna highlight all of this, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to right click and hit extract audio. Extracting the audio is gonna make this just a voiceover, and then I can go ahead and delete all of these clips. Now, you wanna make sure that linkage is turned off. If linkage is turned on—
This blanket knows exactly what you're doing.
If linkage is turned on, yeah, it's linkage, is turned on when I extract the audio. So I'll show you. If linkage is turned on when I extract the audio, then it's going to link the voiceover and the clips. And so when you delete the clips, usually it'll delete the voiceover. For whatever reason, it's not doing that, but that's usually what happens. So you wanna make sure that linkage is off. So now we have just the voiceover, and we are gonna start pulling in clips from all the B-roll footage that I took. So you can see there's a ton of B-roll footage here that we can use, and we are gonna start pulling stuff in. So
this blanket knows exactly what you're doing tonight.
So I think we're gonna lead with some pouring out of water onto the blanket. I think there's a clip, yeah, this one. So you can see I am pouring the water. What we're gonna do is we are just going to go right here. We're gonna cut. I use Command B. I'm on a MacBook. I use Command B, but you can also use this, the split. I use just this regular split, but you can see if we go to this part here, we want this like big dramatic splash. Okay, and then you can hit the split button. I'm gonna delete the parts that I don't need.
This blanket knows exactly what you're doing tonight.
Here we go.
Blanket knows exactly what you're doing tonight.
I think we're gonna get a little bit on this side.
This blanket knows exactly what you're doing tonight.
So then we are going to go through and just kind of pull in clips that we're thinking that we would like to use. Okay, so to save us a little time, I pulled some clips that I know I want to use, and I'm going to show you kind of how I put them together. I've already cut all these clips down to kind of the area of the video that I want to use, but basically all you're doing is pulling in some sort of clip that you want and then kind of figuring out where in the clip you want to use it in the video, and then you just cut it around those sections. So we'll just cut it here, and then we will cut it again, and then we'll delete the parts that we don't need, and then now you have this video. So what I've done is I've gone through and kind of pulled out the B-roll that I know I want to use so that you're not watching me search through a bunch of B-roll. But basically I'm going to show you how to put it together. So we are going to pull this next clip in, and this clip is, I like to use the breaks in our voiceover. So a lot of times when I'm recording the voiceover, I'll record one sentence and then I'll maybe pause and then record one sentence and then maybe pause. And so you have these nice like organic breaks in your voiceover, which make it really, really easy to kind of transition to the next thing. So I like to, when I can, make the clips line up with the breaks in the voiceover. So this is the next clip that we're going to put in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what we have so far.
This blanket knows exactly what you're doing tonight. Splash blanket looks like a regular.
As you can see, it doesn't line up properly, and we're not really getting exactly what we need in this at the 1x speed. So like at normal speed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this clip and I am going to speed it up so that it, number one, ends right here. Where this clip ends, and number two, we're getting the full visuals. Now I'm going to show you the difference.
This blanket knows exactly what you're doing tonight. Splash blanket looks like
getting everything in that we need to get in. Now the next thing we are going to do is I'm going to pull this clip in. In this next clip of the voiceover, we are introducing the product. So
splash blanket looks like a regular blanket, but it's built for chaos, spills, and whatever else you're getting into.
Okay, so splash blanket looks like a regular blanket, but it's built for chaos, spills, and whatever else you're getting into. So splash blanket looks like a regular blanket. This is where we can kind of show the product for the first time in its packaging. What I'm going to do is I have this video where I threw the blanket onto the couch, but I want it to actually look like I'm making the blanket jump up into me. So I'm going to click this clip and I'm going to hit reverse. This is going to make it look like, this is going to reverse the clip, and it's going to make it look like the blanket is jumping up at me.
Splash blanket looks like a regular blanket, but
okay, so now we've gone up to the splash blanket looks like a regular blanket. Okay, so we've now introduced the product and we're showing the product in its packaging, but it's made for chaos, spills, and whatever else you're getting into. So we're going to kind of like align ourselves with that, right? So it's made for chaos, spill. Oh, it looks like a regular blanket.
But it's built for chaos, spills, and whatever else you're getting into.
So this was actually how I took the B-roll. I literally like panned across the room and then I zoomed in on the blanket. So I want to show in this clip that it looks like a regular blanket, but it's made for chaos, spills, and whatever else you're getting into.
But it's built for chaos, spills, and whatever else you're getting into. It holds up to a full liter of liquid,
Okay, it holds up to a full liter of liquid, so it would make sense for us to do a clip of me pouring liquid onto the blanket, right? So the next clip we're gonna grab. And you see how this is not exactly lined up here, but I think it's okay because we kind of transition really, really smoothly into the next line. So here, whatever else you're getting into. This is a clear end of that line or that product intro. So it's a perfect spot for us to end that clip and then go into the next one.
It holds up to a full liter of liquid,
holds up to a full liter of liquid. And the reason I didn't cut this clip right here is because the next clip, we're still talking about how it holds a full liter of liquid.
Like a whole bottle of wine without seeping through.
Okay. Like a whole bottle of wine without seeping through. So let's show me pouring the liquid.
A whole bottle of wine without.
And then me
like a whole bottle of wine with
the blanket like this.
A whole bottle of wine without seeping through. I've used it for snacks on whole bottle of wine without seeping through.
So this is this concept basically that it holds a whole bottle of wine without seeping through is now ending. So that's why we're ending right here, right along that line. Next section.
I've used it for snacks on the couch, skincare in bed, and other things that I won't say on camera.
Okay, so I'm telling you 3 different things that I've used it for. Snacks on the couch, skincare in bed. Obviously, it makes sense to show those things next. So we've used it for snacks on the couch.
Getting stuck in. I've used it for snacks on the couch.
Snacks on the couch, skincare in bed.
Couch, skincare in bed.
And then this is a spicy blanket.
And other things that I won't say on camera. Nope.
Okay, so we've now ended this little section, snacks on the couch, skincare in bed, and other things that I won't say on camera. And so this is kind of like giving you the idea of what this blanket is for with visuals. We always want the visuals to line up with the video as best as possible. Now, going into the next section.
No more getting stuck in the wet spot when you spill water in bed.
Okay, no more getting stuck in the wet spot. Let's show a wet spot.
No more getting stuck in the wet spot.
When you spill water in bed, so makes sense to spill water in bed, yeah?
When you spill water in bed.
Okay. Next section, again, this is gonna end right here, and we have kind of the next transition.
Cleanup takes 5 seconds, toss it in the wash, dry it, and boom, ready for round 2.
Okay, cleanup takes 5 seconds, toss it in the wash. What are we gonna put here? Obviously, we are gonna put...
Cleanup takes 5 seconds, toss it in the wash, dry it, and boom.
And then boom, ready for round 2.
And boom, ready for round 2. Grab a splash. Boom, ready for round 2.
Now, last thing is the CTA.
Grab a splash blanket today. Your sheets will thank you.
Obviously, we're probably going to show the actual blanket in the packaging so that we can reinforce that idea of like, this is what the packaging looks like. This is what you should be looking for. This is what you need to be buying. And we want something that has the brand name on it so we can reinforce that with these last couple clips. So
grab a splash blanket today.
Your sheets will thank you.
Your sheets will thank you.
Okay.
Today, your sheets will thank you.
Now, to get this clip, because I know some of y'all are going to ask, to get this clip, I literally just threw the sheets up in the air and caught them, and then I just cut this clip. You can see right here. Watch.
Your sheets will thank you.
I just threw the blankets up, and then I cut it right so that it looks like they just are dropping onto me. Okay, so now we have the basic video put together. We are 13 minutes in. We've now put this entire basic video together and I've been explaining to you the whole way what we've been doing. So this is definitely something you can do in this time. I'm going to show you the video once through, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add text, video effects, and sound effects.
This blanket knows exactly what you're doing tonight. Splash blanket looks like a regular blanket, but it's built for chaos, spills, and whatever else you're getting into. It holds up to a full liter of liquid, like a whole bottle of wine without seeping through. I've used it for snacks on the couch, skincare in bed, and other things that I won't say on camera. No more getting stuck in the wet spot when you spill water in bed. Cleanup takes 5 seconds, toss it in the wash, dry it, and boom, ready for round 2. Grab a splash blanket today. Your sheets will thank you.
Okay, so we have this base going. It's okay. It's showing you everything. It's not that entertaining. It's not that fast moving. We can make this better, so let's work on that. First thing I'm gonna do is I wanna zoom in on this splash. When we're doing this splash on the bed, I'm starting with this very first clip. I wanna zoom in on this splash. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to move my little head over here. We're gonna make this player bigger so that you can see it because we are done adding B-roll. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add a, what is this called? A keyframe right here. So we are adding a keyframe at the beginning. This is really, really simple. Just hit add keyframe. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to the end of the clip. You're going to stretch this clip to where you want it to zoom into, and then it's gonna automatically add another keyframe. Now what you're gonna see is this is going to smoothly stretch and zoom in this clip.
This blanket knows exactly what you're doing tonight. Splash blanket looks like a regular.
Okay, so we've now added some visual interest into this clip.
This blanket knows exactly what you're doing tonight. Splash blanket looks like a regular blanket, but it's built for chaos, spills, and whatever else you're getting into. It holds up to a full liter of.
So another thing I want to do here is I want to zoom in on these clips right here.
It holds up to a full liter of liquid. Like
we're looking at the same thing for a while, right? So let's go ahead and hit add keyframe. You know what I want to do? Let's zoom out instead of zoom in. So I'm going to start at 150. Let's see if we like that. Maybe 170. Okay, let's start at 170. It's adding a keyframe. Then we're gonna go to the end of this clip and add another keyframe, which I think my keyframe is, yeah, it already added it for me. Nope, let's go back to 100 and add a keyframe there. So
it holds up to a full liter
now we're
of liquid,
zooming
like
out.
a whole bottle of wine without seeping through. I've used a bottle of wine, like a whole bottle of wine.
Okay.
Liquid, like a whole bottle of wine.
We have this zooms out and then we start to pack up that water. What I want to do is I want to emphasize this. And so we are going to do a jump zoom. So instead of a smooth transition, we are just going to stretch this. And you can see, watch, this is what it'll look
Getting
like.
into. It holds up to a full liter of liquid, like a whole bottle of wine without seeping through. I've used it for snacks.
So it's like a jump
wine without seeping through.
Okay, instead of this
So
is a smooth zoom, this is a jump zoom because it's just gonna go straight into the next thing. All right,
I've used it for snacks on the
I already zoomed in when I was actually filming, so we don't need to do
couch,
anything here.
skincare in bed, and other things I won't say on camera. No more getting stuck in the wet spot when you spill water in bed.
Let's do another zoom here. We're gonna start with a keyframe, and then we're gonna go to the end. And let's do 150 maybe? Okay, so you see how we're zooming in centered? This is gonna affect things. So what we wanna do is we wanna go back to the front, or back to the beginning of this clip. We added a keyframe for the scale, which is going to be how you zoom in. We also need to add a keyframe for the position. So that is just where, like, basically where this is positioned in the frame. So right now we want it positioned at 0, 0 because that's going to fill the frame. But at the end of this, we actually want this to zoom in on the water, not just centrally zooming in. So we're going to move this over and it's going to position us where it wants us to zoom. So while it's zooming in, it's actually going to be moving over as well so that you're zooming in on the right thing. I'll show you what I mean.
Spot when you spill water in bed. Clean up.
So it's zooming in on me instead of the center of the video.
Spot when you spill water in bed. Cleanup takes 5 seconds. Toss it in the wash, dry it, and boom, ready for round.
Let's do that, the same thing here. So we are going to keyframe. And then let's do zooming in, zooming over a little. Let's see.
And boom, ready for round 2. Grab a splash blanket today. Your sheets will thank you. This blanket knows.
Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add sound effects. All right. We are at 18 minutes. So we might be a little bit over 20 minutes, but I am explaining everything. So let's add sound effects next. We are going to go over here to audio and then we're going to go to sound effects. Now I want some water splashing noise here. That would make sense, right? So let's type in water. Oops, let's go water splash. Here we go. Let's try this. Let's see if we like any of the other ones better. Oh, I like that one better. Heavy object splashes into water. Okay.
Blanket knows exact.
We want to line this up with the splash.
This blanket knows exact.
Perfect. Okay.
exactly what you're doing tonight. Splash blanket looks like a regular blanket, but it's built for chaos, spills, and whatever else you're getting into. It holds up to a full liter of liquid, like a whole bottle of wine without seeping through. I've used it for snacks on the couch and other.
Let's do a whistle here. That's, oh, maybe this one. All right, let's go with the first one.
And other things that I won't say on camera. No more getting stuck in the wet spot, bed, and other things that I won't say on camera. No more getting stuck in the wet spot when you.
Let's go back to the water splash.
When you spill water in bed. Cleanup takes 5.
What we want.
When you spill water in bed.
No. Oh, these are loading.
When you spill water in bed.
I don't know if I like that one either. Let's go back to the splash one.
Cleanup takes. You spill water in bed. When you spill water in bed. Cleanup takes. Wet spot when you spill water in bed.
Perfect. Okay. Okay, let's watch back through. There's probably some more stuff that we can do.
This blanket knows exactly what.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a transition here where we're zooming in to kind of add a little bit more visual interest. So a pull in transition to transition from these two clips.
Blanket knows exactly what you're doing tonight. Splash blanket.
Yeah.
Looks like a regular blanket, but it's.
Okay, so when I do these transitions, I like to add a sound effect. Let's go, I think it's a whoosh. Yeah. So we're gonna add that.
Exactly
There we go.
what you're doing tonight. Splash blanket.
This, I want a swish when I pull it up.
Okay, splash blanket looks like. Nice. Splash blanket looks like a regular.
That way it's like
Tonight. Splash blanket looks
animating that. Okay.
like a regular blanket, but it's built for chaos, spills, and what.
Let's do a little water sound, a little water plink here. Water splash. Let's see if there's like a water drop. Yeah, let's do that.
Spills and whatever else you're getting into. It holds up to a full liter of liquid, like a whole bottle of wine without seeping through. I've used it for snacks on the couch, skincare in bed.
Okay, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna add a text right here to support what I'm saying. So we are gonna do check mark snacks with a little tongue out emoji face. I like to use the font steady, and then I go and I do this background and then scroll down to where it says background, and then I do this one so that it's not like a big block of text. It aligns the background to the actual words.
For snacks.
Oops, we're frozen. Okay, snacks on the couch.
Used it for snacks on the couch.
Now we're gonna take this, copy, paste. For the next clip, we want to turn on auto snapping. Auto snapping is gonna help you like snap this into place.
And other on the couch,
skincare. And maybe we'll move this here.
I've used it for snacks on the couch, skincare in bed.
Okay. Now we want to add sound effects for these two texts. We are going to go to audio. I actually have a favorite section of audios that I use all the time. So we are gonna do, welding. This is like the right answer sound. I like to shorten this so that it fits. Copy. We want to align it to both of these. So,
I've used it for snacks on the couch, skincare in bed, and
I don't like where this is placed. Maybe here.
seeping through. I've used it for snacks on the couch, skincare in bed, and other things that I won't say on camera. No more getting stuck in the wet spot when you spill water in bed. Cleanup takes 5 seconds, toss it in the wash, dry it, and boom.
Let's go to another transition here where we do a pull in.
In the wash, dry it, and boom.
And we will add another whoosh sound effect. This is the one.
Wash, dry it, and boom, ready for round 2. Grab a splash blanket today, your sheets.
Let's add another swoosh.
Today, your sheets will thank you. Grab a splash blanket today, your sheets will thank you.
Okay. Next thing I want to do is I want to add a CTA. So we're going to hit grab a splash blanket today. Make this 2 lines like this. Steady. Okay, so you can see here how this is a block of text. We want to scroll down and we want to make it so that it's aligned like that. All right, I'm going to do a click sound effect for this one.
Grab a splash blanket today, your sheets will thank you.
Okay. I don't know if I like that mouse click. Maybe this one. That's not it. Yeah, I like that one better.
Grab a splash blanket today, your sheets will thank you. This blanket knows
Okay.
it's built for chaos, spills, and whatever.
Let's move this over a little bit, and then what I want to do is I want to add some suggestive emojis. Let's do this one, water, and what is that face? That like, you know what I'm talking about? This one. And we will remove the background on this. Let's see how that looks.
It's built for chaos, spills, and whatever else you're getting into. It holds up to a full liter of liquid, like a whole bottle of wine without seeping through. I've used it for snacks on the couch, skincare in bed, and other things that I won't say on camera. No more getting stuck in the wet spot when...
Let's create a transition here. Let's do left. And then again, we will add a sound effect. Whoosh. Okay.
Stuck in the wet spot when you spill water in bed. Cleanup takes 5 seconds, toss it in the wash, dry it, and boom, ready for round 2. Grab a splash blanket today, your sheets will thank you.
Okay, I like it, I like it. Okay, last final things that we're gonna do. We are going to, I think, make this smaller because I think it's taking up too much room. The thing with sound effects is that sometimes you need to turn them down. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna highlight them all, and then I'm going to just turn them down a little bit. Sometimes they're a little jarring if you don't do this. Now, next thing that we definitely want to do is we want to put a hook text on screen. Let's do this blanket knows what you are doing tonight. with a winky face. Again, we go to steady. I think I want to do this with the black outline. Oops, we don't want to move that over. If you ever make any mistakes, you can just hit Command Z and it will undo your mistakes. Okay. Let's see how that looks.
This blanket knows exactly what you're doing tonight.
Okay. And then I don't know, I think I want to do this outline instead of the white.
Snacks on the couch, skincare in bed, and other things that I won't say on camera. No more getting...
Okay. Now, last thing we're going to do is we are going to mute these sounds for a second. And then we're going to go to text, auto captions, generate. This is going to generate captions automatically for us. We're at the 30-minute mark, so we are not doing bad here. So captions will be automatically generated. You're going to have to look through these captions and make sure that they're correct. But you want to change it to whatever font you want. I always use steady, and then I do this while everything is still selected. So you can see all the captions are still selected. So I change the font to steady. I change the animation, go to captions. I use the one that's short something or other sentence. You can find it in here somewhere, but I have it marked.
Skincare in bed.
And then we're going to go back here and adjust the back, adjust the outline. So it's got the black outline on it. Now this is a little bit close to our captions now, so I may move this up here. Okay. Now, let's turn the sound effects back on. I turn off the sound effects because I feel like sometimes it messes with the captions, auto-generating. So let's see what we got going on here.
This blanket knows exactly what you're doing tonight. Splash blanket looks like a regular blanket, but it's built for chaos, spills, and whatever else you're getting into. It holds up to a full liter of liquid, like a whole bottle of wine without seeping through. I've used it for snacks on the couch, skincare in bed, and other things that I won't say on camera. No more getting stuck in the wet spot when you spill water in bed. Cleanup takes 5 seconds, toss it in the wash, dry it, and boom, ready for round 2. Grab a splash blanket today, your sheets will thank you.
And we're done. So biggest things you want to make sure that you're doing when you're editing is lining up things with the voiceover and making sure that it just makes sense. One of the biggest mistakes that I see new creators make is that they go and what was I about to say? One of the biggest mistakes that I see new creators make is that they try to make everything chronological. And so they want to like show you the packaging and then the unboxing and then like putting it on or whatever. And I think the most interesting videos are not chronological. So the most interesting and entertaining videos are going to be the ones that are not in chronological order and that are just kind of like thrown together so that the visuals are keeping you interested, keeping you entertained, and are just like very engaging. The more transitions that you can add without, you don't want to overdo it. So we're riding a line here where like, I think if I added any more transitions, zooms, sound effects, anything like that, it would start to get a little bit too heavy. So you want to use text, transitions, zooms, anything else like that, just very strategically in the sense of like, if it starts to get overwhelming, you'll be able to tell. It'll be too much. And it starts to look like, whoa, 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 whoa. So you want to use them enough to make sure that you're keeping the video entertaining, but not so much that you're like, okay, it's just, you're getting crazy here. So those are my biggest tips. Make sure you're lining things up with the voiceover. Make sure that you're not doing things in chronological because it's much more entertaining and interesting if you're not. And make sure that you are putting enough in to make it interesting, but not so much that it's overwhelming, overpopulating the video and taking away from the product. You always want to add to the product, not take away. So if you want to learn more about starting your UGC career, that's exactly what we do in UGC Mastery Academy. So click my Instagram profile in the description and DM me the word YouTube. You and I will have a real conversation about whether or not this is a good fit for you, and I can answer every single question that you have.